Getting crystal clear on your outcomes is the foundation of achieving anything meaningful in life. Most people wander through their days without a definite sense of purpose, reacting to circumstances instead of shaping them. They let distractions, obligations, and external pressures dictate how they spend their time. But the key to mastering your time and maximizing your potential is absolute clarity. Without clarity, you'll drift. With it, you'll move with power, precision, and purpose. Clarity begins with knowing exactly what you want. Not what you think you should want, not what others expect from you, but what truly drives you. It's about identifying the outcomes that will bring fulfillment, success, and growth. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful, or I want more time for myself. These are vague ideas, not concrete objectives. Instead, define what success looks like for you. Does it mean reaching a specific financial goal, launching a business, improving your health, spending more quality time with your family? The more specific you are, the more real and attainable your outcome becomes. Once you define your outcomes, write them down. Putting them in writing solidifies your commitment and creates a roadmap for your action. A goal that exists only in your mind is nothing more than a wish, but when you articulate it clearly and commit it to paper, it becomes a mission. Review your outcomes daily. Keep them in front of you so every decision you make aligns with what you truly want. Clarity isn't a one-time event. It's a daily practice of reinforcing your vision and ensuring you stay on course. One of the biggest mistakes people make is confusing movement with progress. Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're effective. Without clear outcomes, it's easy to fill your day with endless tasks that don't move you forward. You might answer emails, attend meetings, or complete errands, but at the end of the day, you still feel unfulfilled. That's because your actions weren't tied to a specific, meaningful outcome. When you're crystal clear on what you want, you eliminate wasted effort. Every task, every decision, and every minute of your day is directed toward what truly matters. Having clarity also helps you make faster and better decisions. When faced with choices, you don't hesitate because you already know what aligns with your vision and what doesn't. You're not easily swayed by distractions because you can immediately recognize when something is pulling you away from your ultimate goal. This prevents procrastination and second guessing, which are some of the biggest killers of productivity. Clarity fuels motivation. When your outcome is crystal clear, you have a reason to push through challenges, setbacks, and distractions. It keeps you focused, disciplined, and committed even when things get tough. The stronger your vision, the stronger your drive. Without clarity, it's easy to give up when obstacles arise. But when you're deeply connected to your desired outcome, you find a way forward no matter what. The moment you get clear on your outcome is the moment you take control of your time and your life. Instead of being pulled in 100 different directions, you become laser focused on what truly matters, and that's how you achieve more in less time. Mastering the art of chunking is one of the most powerful ways to take control of your time and increase your productivity. The reason so many people feel overwhelmed and stuck is that they see their tasks, projects, and goals as massive, unmanageable obstacles. They look at everything they need to do and feel paralyzed, unsure of where to start. This mental overload leads to procrastination, stress, and inefficiency. But when you break things down into smaller, actionable pieces, everything becomes easier, more manageable, and less intimidating. Chunking is the process of grouping related tasks or information together so that your mind can process and execute them more efficiently. Instead of looking at an overwhelming to-do list with dozens of scattered tasks, chunking allows you to organize your work into meaningful categories. For example, if you need to write a book, instead of seeing it as one giant project, you break it down into smaller parts, outlining, researching, writing one chapter at a time, editing, and revising. By focusing on one chunk at a time, you create momentum and reduce the mental burden that comes with thinking about the entire project all at once. Chunking is also a powerful tool for managing daily responsibilities. Many people waste time because they jump from one unrelated task to another, constantly shifting their focus. This creates mental fatigue and reduces efficiency. Instead, by grouping similar tasks together, you streamline your workflow and get more done in less time. For example, instead of answering emails sporadically throughout the day, set aside a specific time to handle all emails at once. Instead of making multiple trips to run errands, batch them together and complete them in one outing. Instead of working on 5 different projects in a scattered way, Dedicate focused time blocks to each one so that your brain stays engaged without unnecessary context switching. Another way chunking helps is by reducing the feeling of overwhelm when pursuing big goals. If you set a goal to lose 50 pounds, that number may seem daunting and you might struggle with motivation. But if you break it down into a weekly target of losing 1 or 2 pounds, it suddenly feels more achievable. If you want to build a business instead of stressing about creating the perfect business plan, start with a small step like researching your market or setting up a simple website. When you chunk your goals, you turn them into manageable steps that build on each other, keeping you engaged and motivated. Chunking also improves decision-making and mental clarity. When your tasks are unstructured and chaotic, it's easy to feel mentally scattered and drained. But when you organize your work into clear categories, your brain processes information faster and you can make decisions more efficiently. This leads to greater productivity, better focus, and a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day. By mastering chunking, you take control of your workload instead of letting it control you. You eliminate the chaos, reduce stress, and create a structured system that allows you to move forward with confidence. The more you apply chunking to different areas of your life, the easier it becomes to manage your time wisely and achieve more with less effort. Prioritizing like a warrior means recognizing that not all tasks are created equal. The biggest mistake most people make is treating everything on their to-do list as if it has the same level of importance. They spend their time checking off minor tasks just to feel productive, but at the end of the day, they haven't made real progress toward their most meaningful goals. High achievers operate differently. They focus on what truly moves the needle, eliminating anything that wastes time, energy, and focus. The ability to prioritize effectively is what separates those who achieve extraordinary results from those who stay stuck in endless busyness. The key to prioritizing effectively is applying the 80/20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This principle states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your actions. That means most of what you do each day has very little impact on your overall success. The challenge is identifying the small number of high-impact tasks that actually drive results. Instead of working harder, you must work smarter by focusing on the tasks that create the biggest breakthroughs. Ask yourself, what are the few things I can do today that will produce the greatest results? Once you identify those key tasks, make them your top priority and eliminate or delegate everything else that doesn't contribute to your ultimate outcome. Another powerful prioritization strategy is distinguishing between urgent and important tasks. Urgent tasks demand immediate attention, but that doesn't mean they are truly important. Many people spend their days reacting to emails, phone calls, and minor issues that seem urgent but don't contribute to their long-term success. Important tasks, on the other hand, are the ones that move you closer to your biggest goals, even if they don't seem pressing in the moment. The key is to schedule time for important work before urgency takes over. By blocking out time in your schedule for strategic, high-value activities, you ensure that your most important work always gets done. A warrior doesn't hesitate when it comes to taking decisive action. Many people struggle with prioritization because they get stuck in analysis paralysis, overthinking every decision. This leads to wasted time and missed opportunities. The fastest way to break through indecision is to trust your instincts, commit to action, and adjust along the way. Perfectionism kills progress, and waiting for the perfect moment only leads to stagnation. Prioritizing means making quick, confident choices about where to direct your energy and refusing to let distractions pull you off course. Another powerful way to prioritize like a warrior is to set clear boundaries. Many people fail to achieve their goals because they allow others to dictate how they spend their time. They say yes to every request, attend unnecessary meetings, and get pulled into other people's agendas. High achievers protect their time fiercely. They say no to anything that doesn't align with their top priorities, and they set clear expectations with those around them. If something doesn't serve your mission, it's not worth your time. By mastering prioritization, you take full control of your schedule and your results. Instead of being busy, you become effective. Instead of reacting, you lead. And instead of feeling overwhelmed, you experience true progress. The ability to focus on what truly matters is what separates those who struggle from those who succeed. Creating an unshakable ritual is one of the most powerful ways to take control of your time, energy, and productivity. Most people wake up each day with no clear direction, reacting to whatever comes their way. They hit the snooze button, scroll through their phones, and rush into their day without any intentional structure. This leads to stress, distraction, and a constant feeling of being behind. High achievers operate differently. They design rituals that prime their mind and body for peak performance, ensuring they start and end each day with purpose and momentum. A powerful ritual begins with a strong morning routine. The way you start your day determines how the rest of it unfolds. If you begin the morning feeling rushed, scattered, or overwhelmed, that energy carries into everything you do. But when you take control of the first moments of your day, you set yourself up for success. The key is to engage in activities that fuel your body, sharpen your mind, and strengthen your focus. This could include movement, deep breathing, journaling, or setting clear intentions for the day. The goal is to create a ritual that energizes and empowers you rather than leaving you feeling drained before the day even starts. The most successful people in the world don't leave their energy and motivation to chance. They have specific habits they follow daily to maintain peak performance. These habits act as a foundation, ensuring they stay focused and driven no matter what challenges come their way. A strong morning ritual eliminates decision fatigue because it removes the need to think about what to do next. Instead of wasting mental energy figuring out how to start the day, they automatically follow a proven routine that sets them up for success. A powerful daily ritual also involves clear goal setting. Many people drift through the day reacting to circumstances instead of proactively shaping their outcomes. They spend hours on low-value tasks, distractions, and interruptions, only to realize at the end of the day that they didn't accomplish anything meaningful. By setting clear intentions each morning, you take control of your time and ensure that your actions align with your goals. A great strategy is to write down the top 3 priorities for the day, things that, if completed, will create the biggest impact. This keeps your mind focused and prevents wasted effort on tasks that don't truly matter. An unshakable ritual doesn't just start in the morning, it also includes how you end your day. A strong evening routine is essential for resetting your mind, unwinding from stress, and preparing for a productive tomorrow. This might involve reflecting on what went well, reviewing your goals, or practicing gratitude. The key is to close out the day with intentionality rather than letting it fade away in front of a screen or filled with unnecessary distractions. By reinforcing positive habits at night, you set yourself up for an even more powerful start the next morning. When you create and commit to an unshakable ritual, you no longer rely on willpower or motivation to be productive. You operate with consistency and purpose. Instead of reacting to life, you take charge of it. The right rituals don't just make you more effective, they transform you into the kind of person who naturally achieves more, experiences less stress, and consistently operates at the highest level. The ability to say no is one of the most important skills for managing time effectively and achieving more. Most people struggle with this because they feel guilty or afraid of disappointing others. They say yes to obligations, distractions, and low-value tasks that drain their energy and steal their focus. As a result, they become overwhelmed, overcommitted, and unable to make real progress on what truly matters. Those who achieve at the highest level operate differently. They understand that every yes to something unimportant is a no to something meaningful. They protect their time with fierce determination, ensuring that their energy is directed toward their biggest goals. Time is the most valuable resource, and once it's gone, you can't get it back. Every day presents countless opportunities to get sidetracked by things that seem urgent but don't contribute to long-term success. The problem is that many of these distractions come disguised as responsibilities, favors, or social obligations. Whether it's unnecessary meetings, random phone calls, endless social media scrolling, or requests from people who don't respect your time, these small interruptions add up. Individually, they may not seem like a big deal, but collectively, they steal the time and focus needed to create real impact. Learning to say no is the key to reclaiming control and focusing on the things that will move you forward. The challenge is that many people have been conditioned to be people pleasers. They feel obligated to say yes out of fear of rejection, conflict, or guilt. But the reality is that saying yes to everything comes at a cost. It leads to burnout, resentment, and the feeling of always being busy but never making meaningful progress. High achievers recognize that their time is precious and they guard it like a prized possession. They set clear boundaries and don't allow guilt or pressure to dictate their choices. They know that the only way to reach their highest potential is to focus on the things that truly matter and eliminate everything else. Saying no doesn't have to be rude or disrespectful. It's simply about being clear and firm. When a request or opportunity doesn't align with your goals, the best response is direct but polite. A simple, "I appreciate the offer, but I have other priorities right now," is often enough. If you struggle with saying no outright, another effective strategy is to delay your response by saying, "Let me think about it and get back to you." This gives you time to evaluate whether the request aligns with your goals rather than committing on impulse. The key is to stay in control of your decisions rather than allowing external pressures to dictate them. The ability to say no is what separates those who get extraordinary results from those who remain stuck in the cycle of busyness. It's about having the discipline to focus on what truly matters rather than being pulled in 100 different directions. Every time you say no to something unimportant, you're creating space for something meaningful. By protecting your time and energy, you gain the power to achieve more, experience less stress, and create the life you truly desire. Optimizing energy, not just time, is the key to sustained high performance. Most people focus entirely on managing their schedules, trying to fit more tasks into their day. They plan their time down to the minute, but ignore the most critical factor that determines their success: energy. No matter how well you structure your calendar, if you are mentally drained, physically exhausted, or emotionally burned out, your productivity will suffer. True efficiency comes from maximizing energy levels so that every hour you work is filled with focus, intensity, and purpose. The first step to optimizing energy is mastering physical health. The body is the vehicle through which all success is achieved, and if it's running on empty, nothing else matters. Food, movement, hydration, and sleep are the foundations of sustained energy. Eating the wrong foods, processed junk, excessive sugar, or skipping meals leads to crashes in energy and mental fog. The goal is to fuel the body with whole, nutrient-dense foods that provide steady energy throughout the day. Hydration is equally crucial. Most people walk around dehydrated without realizing that even mild dehydration causes fatigue, brain fog, and sluggishness. Drinking enough water consistently keeps the body and mind functioning at peak capacity. Movement is another powerful energy amplifier. The human body was designed to move, and a sedentary lifestyle drains energy faster than almost anything else. Long hours sitting at a desk lead to stiffness, reduced circulation, and lower oxygen flow to the brain, all of which contribute to sluggishness. Regular physical activity, whether it's a workout, stretching, or even a short walk, releases endorphins, increases oxygen intake, and resets energy levels. Instead of seeing exercise as something that takes time away from productivity, it must be viewed as an investment that enhances overall performance. Sleep is the ultimate energy reset, yet it is often sacrificed in the name of productivity. Many people pride themselves on working late and waking up early, believing that more hours working means more success. But operating on minimal sleep leads to poor concentration, reduced decision-making ability, and a weakened immune system. High achievers don't just prioritize sleep, they protect it. They establish nighttime routines that allow for deep, restorative rest so that they wake up refreshed and ready to perform at their best. Mental energy is just as important as physical energy. Constant stress, negative thinking, and overloading the brain with too much information can drain energy faster than any physical task. Managing stress through mindfulness, deep breathing, or taking intentional breaks prevents burnout and keeps the mind sharp. Mental energy is also heavily influenced by focus. Multitasking, distractions, and unnecessary mental clutter waste energy that could be directed toward meaningful tasks. The ability to focus deeply on one task at a time maximizes efficiency and prevents wasted effort. Emotional energy plays a crucial role as well. Spending time around negative people, engaging in draining conversations, or holding on to past frustrations can deplete energy reserves quickly. Surrounding yourself with uplifting, inspiring people and cultivating a mindset of gratitude and purpose recharges emotional energy and increases motivation. The key to achieving more is not just about managing time, it's about sustaining high energy levels throughout the day. When energy is optimized, productivity flows effortlessly, creativity thrives, and every action becomes more impactful. High performance is not about working longer, it's about working smarter by ensuring that both the body and mind operate at their full potential. Taking massive, determined action is the single most important factor in turning goals into reality. Many people spend their time planning, analyzing, and thinking about what they want to achieve, yet they fail to take consistent, bold action toward their goals. They wait for the perfect moment, the ideal circumstances, or a sign that they are ready. But the truth is, success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who take relentless action despite uncertainty, fear, and obstacles. The difference between those who achieve extraordinary results and those who remain stuck is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is the willingness to take massive action without hesitation. The biggest trap people fall into is analysis paralysis. They spend too much time gathering information, weighing options, and perfecting their plans, only to remain stagnant. While planning is important, it is worthless without action. No plan will ever be perfect, and waiting for the perfect moment only leads to missed opportunities. The most successful people understand that progress is made through action, not perfection. They take the first step, adjust as they go, and refine their approach based on real-world feedback. Taking action creates momentum, and once momentum is built, it becomes easier to keep moving forward. Another critical factor in taking massive action is persistence. Most people give up too soon when they don't see immediate results. They try something once or twice, face resistance, and assume it won't work. But success is never instant. Every great achievement requires repeated effort, adaptation, and resilience. The people who reach the highest levels of success are the ones who refuse to quit no matter how many times they fail. They see failure as feedback, not as a reason to stop. They adjust their strategies, learn from mistakes, and keep pushing forward until they break through. Taking massive action also means raising personal standards. Many people set goals but don't take action because they allow themselves to be comfortable with inaction. They tell themselves that it's okay to delay, to make excuses, or to accept mediocrity. But those who achieve more set a new standard for themselves. They commit fully to their goals and refuse to settle for anything less than excellence. They don't just try to succeed, they decide that success is the only option. This shift in mindset eliminates hesitation and forces action because there's no longer an alternative. Another key to taking massive action is eliminating distractions and excuses. Many people allow external factors to dictate their actions. They blame circumstances, lack of resources, or other people for their lack of progress. But the truth is, action is always within their control. Those who achieve the most don't wait for ideal conditions, they create them. They take full ownership of their results and refuse to let obstacles slow them down. They find solutions, adapt to challenges, and push forward regardless of circumstances. The greatest breakthroughs happen when action is taken consistently and with intensity. It's not about waiting for inspiration or the perfect plan. It's about making a decision and executing relentlessly. Small, hesitant actions lead to small results, but massive, determined action leads to massive results. The more action that is taken, the more doors open, the more progress is made, and the faster success is achieved. Constant growth and learning are the foundation of long-term success. Many people reach a certain level of achievement and become complacent, believing they have learned enough. But the world is constantly changing, and those who stop growing quickly fall behind. The most successful individuals never stop learning. They are always improving their skills, expanding their knowledge, and pushing themselves beyond their comfort zones. They understand that true mastery is a lifelong journey, and the moment they stop learning is the moment they stop progressing. The key to continuous growth is having a mindset of curiosity and openness. Many people resist learning because they fear change or feel uncomfortable stepping into the unknown. Growth requires breaking free from limiting beliefs, embracing challenges, and being willing to make mistakes. Learning is not just about gaining knowledge. It's about applying that knowledge in real life. The fastest way to grow is to seek out new experiences, challenge old ways of thinking, and take on tasks that stretch beyond current abilities. Every challenge is an opportunity to develop new skills, and every mistake is a lesson that brings one step closer to mastery. One of the most powerful ways to accelerate growth is through mentorship and modeling. The most successful people don't try to figure everything out on their own. They learn from those who have already achieved what they want. They read books, attend seminars, listen to podcasts, and surround themselves with people who inspire and challenge them. Success leaves clues, and by studying those who have already succeeded, it is possible to shortcut the learning curve and achieve results faster. Investing in personal development is not an expense, it is the greatest investment one can make. A commitment to lifelong learning also requires embracing discomfort. Growth is never easy, and it often feels uncomfortable because it pushes beyond familiar limits. Many people avoid growth because they fear failure, rejection, or uncertainty, but those who achieve the most understand that discomfort is a sign of progress. The only way to grow is to step into the unknown, take risks, and be willing to fail forward. Every breakthrough happens just beyond the edge of comfort, and those who embrace that discomfort become unstoppable. Another crucial part of constant growth is adaptability. The world is evolving faster than ever, and those who refuse to adapt get left behind. Rigid thinking and outdated skills are no longer enough to stay ahead. The ability to learn new skills, pivot when necessary, and stay ahead of trends is what separates those who thrive from those who struggle. The best way to stay adaptable is to develop a habit of continuous learning. This means actively seeking new knowledge, staying open to feedback, and being willing to change strategies when needed. True success is not about reaching a destination. It is about becoming the kind of person who never stops evolving. Those who commit to lifelong growth create unlimited possibilities for themselves. They remain relevant, confident, and ahead of the curve in any situation. Every day presents an opportunity to learn, improve, and move closer to excellence. The only limits are the ones placed on learning, and those who refuse to stop growing will always achieve more. The true key to achieving more and making the most of time is not found in shortcuts, luck, or talent. It is built through intentionality, discipline, and a relentless commitment to growth. Success is not about being the busiest person in the room. It's about being the most focused, the most efficient, and the most purposeful with every action taken. The difference between those who excel and those who struggle is not found in external circumstances, but in the daily decisions and habits that compound over time. Every person is the same 24 hours in a day, yet some achieve extraordinary success while others remain stuck in cycles of frustration. The deciding factor is how that time is spent, how energy is managed, and how priorities are aligned. Those who operate at the highest level don't wait for opportunities, they create them. They don't rely on motivation. They build habits that ensure progress even when motivation fades. They take ownership of their time, eliminating distractions and saying no to anything that doesn't serve their greater mission. Growth is not a one-time event, but a lifelong process. Those who continue to evolve, learn, and challenge themselves will always stay ahead. The world is constantly changing, and those who refuse to adapt will be left behind. Success is not about reaching a final destination. It is about continuously striving to become better, to serve at a higher level, and to push beyond previous limits. Each day presents a new chance to improve, to take action, and to move closer to the vision of success. Ultimately, life is shaped by the choices made daily. Time can either be wasted on distractions or invested in meaningful work that creates lasting impact. The people who achieve the most are not necessarily the smartest or the luckiest. They are the ones who make the decision every single day to take control of their lives, master their time, and take massive action toward their dreams. The power to achieve more is always within reach. It starts with making the choice to be intentional, disciplined, and committed to excellence.